Hi, everybody, it's James, and welcome to Football Manager 23, and a screen I've never really spent too much time on. Mainly because the last couple times I've done saves, they've been one club saves, and we've risen to glory to the English Premier League. I thought I was going to do something different this year, something that I'm lovingly calling Futureman. Now, what is Futureman? Well, Futureman is a Journeyman save. Except instead of starting in the start of the game, we fast forward a little bit to June 1st, 2032, 10 years into the future. So, Erling Haaland is now 32 years old. Harry Kane has retired. All of the wonderkids that you expect are now older and are going to be aging out. We, of course, have no coaching badges, no attributes. We have very little stuff going on here. And yeah, we're going to try and do a journeyman save throughout the entirety of the thing and reach the pinnacles of football. I have a lot of the leagues turned on. Like a lot of leagues. This you can't see. Yeah. 258,000 players in the database, because you sim forward and you get a lot of regens. You get a lot of weird stuff happening. So as you can see here, there is a ton of available jobs up and ready for us to jump into, and I will be applying to a lot of them. Now, we probably won't get a lot of these because if we look at the ratings of some of these jobs, like Real Madrid isn't going to take us as a manager, right? That's just given. Union Berlin, not so much. But, come down here to KSS Heist, maybe. Sink even further down here to Dalkurk FC, LFK Limgro, that thing, Stoffers, Hingevelta Institute. We've got a chance. There's also, as you can see there, we have Brazil. We've got all over the world. We've got a chance for stuff. So here's the deal. This is what I'm going to start myself with. And you're going to see some of the job search today of some of the places we apply to. We're going to apply to almost every job, see what we can get, see what we can stick to. The other thing is that I am not starting in England. We've done lower league saves in England. I'm very intimately familiar with the league system, how it works, what happens, what doesn't happen. So the first job we take, hopefully even the first couple jobs we take, we are not playing in England at all. We're going to have to learn a new league, new systems, new everything. Whether that's Chile, Croatia, God, this is going to be crazy. All right, let's start by just doing this. We'll go to the job center. We've got nations turned on. Perfect. So we're sorting by. Can I? Oh, no. Okay. So we got to do that. So can I do it here then? Job scope. We got leagues. I didn't think this through. I really didn't think this through. Can I select multiple jobs here? Nope. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to do this instead. We'll apply all. Perfect. And then we're going to take ourselves out of the running for some. But here we go. 100 mailbox items here. I'm just going to, let's be fair. Mark them all as red. And now comes the waiting game. I'm not going to have you guys sit here and watch this because to tick the days off when you're unemployed and everything is painful. But I'll come back when we have our first job interview. See you in a bit. So we have our first interview, quite literally the next day. And it's for Real Santander. But not that Real Santander. No, this is Club Deportivo Real Santander S.A. in the Primera B League of Colombia. Interesting. They're 15th right now. Let's attend the interview and see what's going on. The board are pleased that you've taken the time to attend today. We have a few questions we'd like you to see if you could do. I know how to talk. It's just late at night. This isn't the worst thing I'm going to mess up this series, let's be honest. Once we start seeing some player names, sheesh. The board are pleased that you have taken the time to attend today. There are a few questions we would like to ask to see if you're the head coach. We want to take the club moving forward. Great, let's get started. I think, by the way, 2.5 stars is probably way above us since we have no licenses. Can you explain why you appear to be running a few jobs right now? I'm merely considering my options. Are you willing to assure us to do a better job of meeting expectations? The board does. Yes. I will always meet the expectation. That's fine. Head coach, work with limited resources. Yeah. I know I'll be able to look after the club's finances given the job. What sort of budget are you expecting to do your coaching staff? I require a small budget to make some modifications before taking charge. I think that's fair. They want us to work within a payroll. They want us to grow the club's reputation. They want a max 1-year contract for over 32 players, and we cannot sign non-Colombian players. That is a rule. Okay, happy to do along with this proposal. There aren't any positions to set. We are in the position to set expectations. You'll be willing to meet the current season expectations. The budget will be laid out in your run next season's report. And accept. That's fine. That's next. Nope. That's good. Okay. First interview done. That was pretty harmless. I doubt we're going to be getting the job, though. That seems a little bit above our head, but good to get our feet wet. Let's see what are the next ones to come up. Another day, another 2 job interviews, and some more applications. Elche B, Real Betis B, Problem, and Clermont all came available, so I applied to all of them. But now we've got Colo Colo, and yeah, that's a Turkish club's name. We're going to do some interviews. I'm mainly considering my options. Once again, can you assure that you would have no problem securing the backing of our players? I shouldn't imagine that. Convince, dismiss. I'm fully confident of earning their respect. We're performing largely as expected. We're at our best runners who could take us to the next level. I believe the reputation to significantly do that. I think I've got enough in my head to coach what it's done. Whoever gets the job doesn't need to make wholesale changes. It just need to be someone with set perspective. I think the club pretty much is everyone expected them to. I think the team has been overachieving to perform this. I'm not happy that you felt it's necessary to ask that. Whoever gets the job doesn't need to make wholesale changes to the clubs. It seems to be set up well from my perspective. Yeah, I'm happy to work with the general manager. As part of the recruitment process, we're willing to allow you to request changes to the coaching staff. I probably have a small budget. Work within a payroll, grow the club's reputation, minimum 2-year contracts for first team players, and they want us to qualify for the Copa Libertadores and then challenge for the title. All right, this looks fine. Copa Sumercadas, I think that's fine. That's a good thing. Is there anything of transfer budget? Hey, 65 million, a wage budget. That's fine. We don't need anything else. Great. And now for the Turkish club. Let's attend the interview. Glad to give us the time. Would you overcome the relatively big obstacle of learning language? I hope you can look past my lack of language skills. I could conceivably end up learning it at some point. Simple enough. Can you explain why you appear to be running for a lot of jobs? I'm exploring my options. We value longevity at the club, and recent history shows we're prepared to give the right head coach a long time to get right. Are you prepared to give us a long-term commitment? I'm focused on short-term success. I can't promise what happens after that, but I will be working really hard to make sure the team is as good as possible. Can be as possible. I think that's fair. Once again, it's a journeyman save. I'm going to be traveling through multiple teams. I'll do the right thing with the club money. Can you tell us what you do with the size of the coaching team? I wouldn't need to expand the size of the coaching team. I would find people to support the team. I prefer working with smaller groups. I don't think a commitment about the current coaching staff without having a chance to meet them first. I think that's fair. General manager, always happy to work with the general manager. As part of the recruitment process, you'll be allowed to request small changes and take charge. You want to work within the payroll, and they want us to be within the playoffs. Recent form has showed that they are iffy at best. I think that's reasonable. That's fine. No expectations. I have nothing to propose. Done. All right. That's that. 2 more interviews down. We haven't got any accepted yet, but we're going to keep seeing what's going on here. And once again, we're not going to accept the first job that we're given either. It's going to take some time. This also shows you how long it takes for sim a day now. Yeah. Once I get into a job, I'll turn some of the leagues onto view only, so it'll help smooth things over. We're also going to look at something too, where probably some point into the save, we're going to look at what happened in the World Cups, what happened in the Euros, what the national teams are, if there's any weird transfers, any teams in the leagues that they're not supposed to be into. So yeah, we'll take a look at that, but I'll be back here with the next job interview. All right, so 2 more interviews now. Almargo and Asan. Almargo is in the Argentinian Premier Nacional. Is this the top? So they're in the bottom of the Argentinian First Premier League. And then the other one, Asan, is in the K-League 1. Is this the top league? Is this top K? Yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is the League 2 in Asia, this top K-League. So I'm going to start doing just these interviews off camera because it's going to be saying the same thing multiple times. So now I'm going to come back when we start getting actual offers. So we're not taking the first one yet, but we'll just see. We'll see. We'll be back a sec. Okay, so we've gotten some offers, which we're going to discuss. Not necessarily take right away, but we'll discuss. And at the same time, I have to talk about an interview we have here. First of all, Colo Colo in Chile. They're Chile? Chile has offered us a position. They are currently 6th in the Chilean Campeonato APFV Vital. Is this the... I don't even know what this one is. Stages. Rules. This is the top level. So they basically are in like their version of the Champions League, which is cool. So we're delay. Swansea has offered us a job. Decline. VVV, which is they are they finished second in the Dutch league. Second league, I think, of the Dutch. No, this has got to be it. Rules. Yeah, so this is the second Dutch league. And they were promoted, so we'd be possibly working in the Eredivisie, which would be cool. Hi, James. We're glad to discuss our plans of the co-vision. We decided to hire you. This is Real Madrid. I'm merely considering my options, anticipating putting this stuff together. Coaching staff, extra small budget. Do not sign players with. I think the vision is the right ambition. I understand. None that I can think of. So I just took a job interview with Real Madrid. Institute is an Irish club. We will decline. This Turkish club has reached out to us. We will delay. Asan, this is something else we're saying is coaching changes. I have just accepted that. I'm not changing any coaches. Real Santander want to us as well. We will delay. Weekly job updates. We'll apply for that. West Brom we are not applying for. And then I would love this job. Great. I'm really considering my options. I'm happy to work with him. Small modifications. 23 defensively solid. Direct. Make the most of pieces. Play counter-attacking football. Remain in the Eredivisie. Attempt to remain and then remain. Happy to work on that. That's fine. I have nothing else to propose. I would love that job. Also because we'd be playing in a top league and be interesting. So Swansea are 18th in championship. So yeah, interesting things to go on here, but we'll be back when we get more information. By the way, Real Madrid is very interesting. I don't think they could hire me. I don't have any coaching badges. I'm a Sunday league coach too. So who knows? So we got an offer to have a 1-year contract with the team we wanted to, VVV Valentino, out of Holland, which is great. And looking at what they played, looking at the talent they had, oh God, they didn't score a lot of goals, did they? This could be exactly what we were looking for. And I looked at it, and I've thought about it, and I've thought about the realism of the save. The Eredivisie, where we would be playing, is the 7th most reputable league in the world. I don't think we should be starting our career in the 7th most reputable league in the world. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So you're going to see this here. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to save the game as something, and then we're going to move on because I don't think I should be getting a job that lucrative right off the bat. Let's be fair. I should be managing in some of the places where I've been doing like the lower ends of, Belarus or Sweden or, less the other leagues. This is too much. This is too high up. I'm actually going to save this game as, where is it? Unemployment test. Yep. So we're going to save it as that in case we want to do an alternate reality. And maybe you guys have some questions, comments, and suggestions on what we should be doing. But ultimately, I think we're still going forward with some other interviews. Also, one of the other clubs, Colombian clubs, have come in for me. And I am not ready to accept that offer either. We will delay. Well, first of all, let's load the correct save. So we start unemployed, but we're going to delay and just see what else is out there. Because we're still attending, as you can see, job interviews are still coming in. So there's a lot going on. But yeah, I think for just like the rightness of the save, that's not something we should be doing. So back in a sec with an actual job offer. So we're back and we've got a decision to make. There are 2 teams here that I am very much interested in signing for. One is Elche B, which is the Beast team for Elche, the senior squad. It is a development team, but it looks like we would have some interesting youth teams. We would be able to move players back and forth, really kind of look to develop us ourselves and everything, develop the team, develop youth, which I think would be really interesting and fun. Basically we're a B team, the parent team gives us players, and we just try to succeed with that. So it's interesting, fun, and a good choice, and an interesting choice. Now, the other one we have is a little bit more fun. This is a good field condition, good stadium. It's Etaswarda in Sweden's division. They are currently sitting 15th in the relegation places, but only 3 points off from... Only 3 points away from avoiding relegation. Half of the season to go. We have a transfer budget. They are not a good goal-scoring team, and they're not a good defensive team. So we'd really have to go in there and figure things out. They're also a newly promoted team. Their best goal scorers are 2 goals. But what's interesting is that we have a transfer budget. We have a wage budget. We have an acceptable locker room. No change to the coaching staff. We keep the general manager. That's fine. We won't change the coaching staff right away. We would go in there, be able to sign some players, hopefully, look for some loans, and then maybe, just maybe, we also got Boca Juniors, which is in Colombia. I think I want to go with Sweden. I want to go with this team. It's a more of an interesting approach. We have the ability to stay in the second tier of Sweden. We can kind of move on from there. Lucas Carlson, this guy, Wow, we're taking over from a club. This guy was there for 10 years. Club legend. He was a youth player for them. And then he took over. Jesus. He got them promoted. Well, I think it's our time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's fine. Relegation salary drop, promotion salary. That's fine. Let's finalize the deal. And here we are. Atkinson takes charge of IFK Lingo. Ring their centenary. It's 100 years. The appointment of new coach James Atkinson. I was to raise the soccer world. The appointment of the inexperienced 34-year-old is sure to face plenty of questions as he faces social media. And God, we're gonna have to find pronunciations. Ninvol Holland pronunciation. That's right. We're already at this. You guys can't hear this pronunciation. Oh, so it's Lidingo. Okay, that's our team, Lidingo. Lidingo Vale is in town as he's replaced his previous head coach, Lucas Claassen. Daniel Lugman is considered to be a favorite for the job, particularly as he's spotted attending an interview at the club, was ultimately a different choice. Atkinson rejected a bunch of other clubs, no show teams. Atkinson's men are in poor run of 5 league games without a win, and in the relegation points to find themselves 15th place, having drawn 3 of the last 5 games in the league. Here we are. Expect us to be bottom. We've got adequate base. So they've won this trophy twice. They have secure financial statuses, which is nice. We have a transfer budget. We have a payroll budget. For the interview, they're equated with the surroundings. We don't have any first rivals. This is how they've been lining up. Leaves on the free transfer. This kid. Okay, that's our goalkeeper. That's our backup goalkeeper. Martin Nalkavelkin. He is a really good keeper. He's our star player, and I can see why. Okay. Next. Sign players under the age of 20 for the future. Defensively solid, direct, counter-attacking, work within a payroll. Maximum 1-year contract to players over the age of 33, and then we just need to attempt to avoid it. Cool. I think that's all fine. Meet it, and I want the coaching staff stuff every 2 weeks. So perfect. So we are in a job. Nice. We are now in a job. I'm going to take a look here. Oh, youth preview. Excellent youth intake. Well, I like to hear that. I'm going to take a look at the squad. We're going to meet the squad, meet the tactic, do everything next time. So until then, folks, I've been James. You've been you. This has been Futureman. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let's have fun in Sweden.